The thing is this, though, with the Miami Heat, minus this week, they scored 121 and 100, was it 16, 114 points, 16 points.
Yeah, you scored back-to-back 110 points, which you must do in this league right now.
There was a point when they were having trouble getting into the triple digits. And as you look at it, yes, the three-point shooting has been down. That is one of the reasons why, of course, everything didn't seem to be working. But Barry Jackson recently looked into it and said maybe the biggest struggle is at the rim. The Heat's three-point shooting, it has been shaky as of late. They're 10th best, though, in the NBA, which is nothing to be too worried about. This is one of their problems, though. They're attempting 28.5% of their field goals at the rim. That is the third fewest in the NBA. And of course, I know it's an old adage. If you can't get to the rim, make the shot easy, you're not going to score a lot of points. Seems as though the Heat has not been getting to the rim and getting closer to the basket. They've been settling for bad shots. Is it as simple as that, Vlad? That it's just bad shot selection and bad offense by the Heat? Is it as simple as maybe they're getting healthy? Maybe they've tinkered with the lineup? Or is there a deep problem that this team just can't score enough points? Because they've got guys that could score. Think about it. You know Jimmy's going to get his, we talked about this, is 21 points usually. Bam Adebayo, he's going to give you that double-double, but is he going to give you the 13, 14-point double-double or the 18, 20-point double-double? That's a big deal. Tyler Hero, he's averaging 20-some-odd points a game, around 20 points a game, but sometimes he'll give you that 14 or 13. Terry Rozier, we don't know what he's going to average with the Heat. It hadn't been a large enough sample size. We know that he can fill it up. He averaged over 20 points with the Hornets. These are all guys that can score. Duncan Robinson on any given night can get hot and make a bunch of baskets for you. Caleb Martin, injury prone, but he can give you 10, 12 points a game. The scoring just hasn't been there. Maybe it's because they're not that healthy. Maybe it's because they don't have enough depth. They're very tired. Maybe it's because they're not getting to the rim. They asked Kevin Love, and Kevin Love says, we're just trying to figure it out. We don't know, because if we knew, we'd figure it out. I think it's just a combination of trying to figure out the lineup. The depth does have an issue because these guys are really wearing themselves out, and they're not getting to the rim enough. That would be my prognosis.
So let me ask you this: Were you shocked that they didn't make a move during the trade deadline?
No, I thought they made their move with Terry Rozier. You and I talked about it. Like, what else is there to do? Who else can they get other than DeJounte Murray? They would have to trade Tyler Hero. You're trading one set of issues for another issue. It's kind of, and then everybody else out there. I mean, the Knicks got Bojan Bogdanovic.
Love it. Good move.
It is a good move, but I mean, does he really move the needle for the Heat in their situation?
I think right now, here's the thing, right? Here's your three. You already know you got 60 plus automatic with Hero, Butler, and Bam.
Automatic. That's interesting that you say that. I disagree.
I mean, it's
average wise. There are those nights that, like we've seen, Tyler score 14, Bam score 14. Jimmy usually will give you around that 21. I think that's when we sputter, is when those three don't give us the 60 points that we're expecting from them, the guaranteed 60 points. Terry Rozier, though, I still do, and maybe it's wishful thinking, although I don't think it is. I think it's realistic thinking. Terry Rozier is going to give you that punch. As time goes on, you're going to see he's going to be a guy scoring 15 plus points a game for the Miami Heat.
All right. Like I said, he needs just to get his,
act together. I mean, when I say act,
just to get more comfortable, in the Heat culture. I mean, it's when you're going to a team whose whole idea is about winning an NBA championship, and you're coming from an organization that had their idea of, I don't even know what the Charlotte Hornets idea was or what they were trying to do, but it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time, some adjustment to adjust. And I think right now he's going to start getting more comfortable. And that week off, you relax, you actually settle in the city that you're in now, because it's a lot of things you have to deal with when you're traded. So I think Rozier is going to get more comfortable. I do believe that you just needed a little bit more depth, and maybe you might add depth during the buyout market. You might add some depth. I know Spencer Dinwiddie went to the Lakers this morning, and there's other people that might be out there. I just think the Heat Somebody just texted from the 305 that they need a big man. I told you, bro. I told you, and I laughed at you. I'm so, and I had to. You my cousin, but that's love. But
My guy, though, man.
You were all about TV.
I wanted Thomas Bryant.
Come on,
the guy could score.
Come on,
the guy could score.
Come on.
Can't even find the court with the Miami Heat.
Come on.
He won a championship with the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, because he got traded.
He scored a ton of points with the Lakers.
He's got 2 games.
Of course, the Lakers got better when he went away.
Exactly. So a big man is definitely needed. But here's the other thing. You have injuries in the conference. So you don't have to deal with Embiid. I don't think he's coming back. And if he does, I don't think he's going to be at 100%. Boston doesn't have a big man. And you're always waiting for Porzingis to go down. The health of the Knicks is also something that, and you don't have no fear. You feel like you can match up very well against the Knicks. You've beaten them before, even though that's my team. So there's really not there's not a team that you're afraid of. I think more teams are afraid of Miami and facing Miami than Miami's afraid of facing them.
Allow me to speak freely, as we usually do on this show, as I read this article from Anthony Chang of the Miami Herald. Is this going to be one of those years, and I'm starting to get the feeling that night by night, we're just going to piecemeal it together. We're going to figure out a way to get some offense. We're going to just try to grin and bear it, tough it out. Then we're going to get into the playoffs, and the playoffs is our time to shine. It fits our style. Like we've said, muck it up, slow it down, play defense. Every possession counts more. You get away with a little more fouling. We're just going to kind of piecemeal it together, night in, night out, figure things out. One night, maybe Terry Rozier gets you 25, 27 points. Another night, maybe Bam gets you those points. Some nights you win. Some nights you score 93 points. But you just find a way to get in the playoffs. And then when you get in the playoffs, all of a sudden it's your style of basketball and you feel at home. Is that kind of the recipe that we're following again this year?
I think the Heat is another team, like I said, like most, when you've been doing it for such a long time, you've been doing it at such a great rate. You've been successful. You've won championships. You've gotten to finals, conference finals. Like you've had extended playing time. You've always played in late May and June, middle of June. Regular season's a bore, It's a bore.
So we're grinning and bearing it through.
You just because you already know the games that you got to get ready for. You know the teams that are coming, the teams that are, the teams that are good, the teams that are contenders. So the teams that you got to face, that Boston, Philly, Milwaukee, those are the teams, you have a rivalry with New York. There's certain rivalries, but then, you really care about Charlotte, bro. You really care about going to play,
and,
Detroit.
They're saying that we're lacking dynamic finishers, and there are not a lot of dynamic finishers for the Heat.
No, but here's
when
the
you
thing.
Get in the playoffs,
that's what I'm saying. That's what, thank you. Because remember when you said about in the Pacers, they can score? When the playoff, that scoring stops. It's half court. Every possession counts. You're going to play the best defenses, the best coaches, the best talent scouts, like you were just doing right there.
Yeah, they prepare the best, man. I will tell you a good story about.
So they're going to know how to stop you or limit you from scoring. So if you're scoring 120 points in the regular season, you're not scoring that in the playoffs.
It doesn't come as easy.
You'll be lucky to score 115. You're probably going to be scoring like 108.
Yes, sir. This is it. Are the Miami Heat the NBA equivalent of the Kansas City Chiefs? They know when and where to play and what to do to get by and win.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because there's no championship.
Exactly. Don't compare them now.
I was trying, man. I was reaching. Maybe this year?
No.
Okay. I'm hopeful, man. I want a championship.
I see what you're trying to do. I was like, yeah.
I want that.
You really thought you were going to slip that by?
No, I did not. Just trying to make a comparison out there. So if it does come true, it's like, oh, roll the tape back. Look what he did. He's got us. Good job, Dan. Got you. Yeah, but man, I could be wrong, but I really think we're just going to kind of piecemeal it together, figure out the regular season as it goes, night in, night out, get scoring here or there, and get into the playoffs. And that's our wheelhouse. Just get to the playoffs, get to the tournament. You're into your wheelhouse. You're good to go. He'd do it every year. They doubt us during the regular season. We're not a regular season team, but we are a playoff team. Just get in and win, baby. That's it. Scariest team in the Eastern Conference. That's not a number 1 seed.
It's the 2 teams down here in Florida that scare me.
Orlando? They scare you?
Orlando's scary.
They don't scare me.
They might not have the experience, but they have the players that can give you a tough matchup. If I'm talking about if you're a higher seed right now. Because right now, where's Miami? 6?
The Miami Heat, they're at least because they beat
6 or 7.
They
I
beat
think the
Orlando
Pacers
the other day, went up to 6.
But the Pacers might have won the other night, so the Pacers might be ahead of them.
You're a 7th seed right now, right behind a half a game behind the Pacers.
Yes. Okay.
So it's gonna be, and I mean, I hate to say it,
you're tied with Orlando right
the
now.
best the Heat probably finished this season, seed wise.
It's probably gonna be 6.
The best? I say 5.
Oh, wait a minute. They're only 3 games behind Philly. No, you know what? They could finish 5.
Yeah, they could finish 5. I mean, you could see the Cavs or the Knicks or the 76ers kind of falling apart. Not when I say falling apart, hitting hard times.
No, I don't see the Knicks hitting hard times. I do see Philly might be hitting hard times because of the Joel Embiid situation.
Yeah, and it's tough.
And I gotta figure that Milwaukee's gonna get their act together sooner or later.
Because I do, whether you like it or not, I like Giannis Antetokounmpo. I like Damian Lillard. I like Doc Rivers. I kind of like what they're working over there. They got Pat Beverly now. How has he never been a Heat player? That guy is a Heat. He's too cocky.
He was.
Oh, he was? He played for the Heat?
Beginning. I think he started his career with the Heat.
Oh, see? That's where he got it from.
No. That's where he's from the Shy. That's Pat Beverly since he was born. Came out of his mom's womb. That's always been him. Yeah, bro. I think you could be a 5th seed as possible as well.
And that's all you're worried about, and that would be good because you avoid the play-in and everything like that.
That's just okay. You just want that week off. Bro, you give Spo a week off.
Good.
The team knows who they're facing. They're good.
Not scared of the Celtics. Not scared of the Cavs. I'm a little scared of the Bucks, but not scared of the Bucks. Not scared of the Knicks. Not scared of the 76ers. Not scared of the Pacers. Not scared of anybody.
I mean, and
you got a good matchup.
And by the way, if Cleveland is the 2 seed. I think you wouldn't mind facing them if you.
I think the whole Eastern Conference wouldn't mind facing. I mean, even though they've won 8 in a row, they're 9-1 in the past 10 games.
I think if you're the bottom teams right now, you want to face Cleveland or the Knicks
because you got to find, if you can find a way to shut down Donovan Mitchell, then you got a pretty good chance. Max Strus going to hit some shots. We miss him, but nonetheless, he's going to find a way. But still, you got to feel okay with that. Bucks, they can keep coming at you. Celtics, they're 40-12. We'll see what they have tomorrow at 2:00 against the Miami Heat at the Kaseya Center. Pacers, a lot of scoring. Like we said, scoring slows down in the finals. Embiid's big question mark. He was having a great season, by the way. Magic, you're a little more scared of them than I am. Bulls and Hawks, not scared of the Bulls at all. Hawks in a 1-game series, a little scary. I'll say that. Everybody's scary in 1 game. I mean, the Detroit Pistons are scary in 1 game. Barely. Not really, but barely. Wizards had us going for 3/4 of a game. I mean, it's the NBA. Still, just get into the playoff seat. Everybody else, relax. As your guy, Vlad, Aaron Rodgers said, RELAX.